Another day, another thought. Welcome all to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Hope everyone is doing well. As you guys know, I'm RJ here together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up, everyone?
Yes. We want to give a shout out and a thanks to everyone that's watching this pre-recorded live show as well as the rebroadcast. Thank you
Yeah.
for your support.
And don't forget to follow us on all socials, guys. Don't forget to follow us on social Instagram, Facebook. Like the show. If you're watching or you're watching the rebroadcast, it really helps us with the algorithm. It helps us to spread the word.
The gospel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's the preacher?
I'm gonna go
Let's
there.
continue.
We didn't plan that one out, but
Anyway, guys, if you like what we're doing, you've watched a couple of shows and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And even if you're a new watcher of this show, this is your first time watching, press on the subscribe button and you will be getting a lot of.
Wow, infotainment.
Yes, sir. We are focusing on building the community, the double thinkers community. I think you said it last time, Audrey. That's how you want to call the club.
it's a working title for the club. Yeah.
Working title, the double thinkers.
Maybe we should start at thinkers. Start low.
Well, well, for some that
dude.
low, for some that might be low, for others that might be high,
Out of reach.
out of reach, out of sight. Anyway, guys, just remember to subscribe to our show. And of course, as we always say at our show, share the videos with your friends, your family, and most of all, or maybe not even the last one, distract your enemies with our videos so you can perfect timing.
Yes.
We're getting there, guys. But
Definitely.
that last gesture that falls under something,
It falls
and that's
under the
something RJ is going to explain to us right now.
yes, it falls under the following disclaimer. Guys, the views and opinions, and apparently the jokes as well, expressed in our show, especially the views and opinions shown and expressed in the videos and articles we share in our shows, do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and opinions of the Double Thought Show, KR, nor myself. All topics we discuss are for entertainment purposes only, and remember, viewer discretion is advised, and all commentary is alleged because KR, we don't know anything.
Nada.
Nada. For the purpose of this show, we are no advisors. So, no financial advisors, life advisor, legal advisors, or any kind of advisors. The only purpose is to provide entertainment. So, guys, if you require assistance in a particular aspect of your life, we strongly urge you to seek the assistance of the respective professionals in the fields in which you require assistance.
Yeah, man. Seek the assistance. Don't look at us. Look at yourself. With that being said, I think we can start with the usual.
Bora! Hora do show!
It's showtime, guys. And as usual, at this point, we tell you what we're going to talk about. Or maybe you've already seen it in the thumbnail and you thought,
If you
I
can
want
read.
to hear the script story.
Yeah. If you can read. If you can't, we totally understand. We'll tell you now what it's
Hey.
about.
Yeah, that's important. You know, we are a inclusive show. People who cannot read, well, if you oh I'm not gonna go that route. I'm not gonna go that route.
Wow,
Bro.
I'm gonna keep it with reading. Let's keep it with reading because then it's going I'm stepping someone's neck on this one.
Right.
Guys, the show theme is victimhood crippling the progress of the Black community. Victimhood. What is victimhood? It's a mindset. It's a mindset that has been prevalent the last few years with more and more people. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but it seems to have gotten a lot of momentum.
Yeah. So I would say so victimhood in itself is not necessarily a mindset, but the way people are
Expressing
so
it now.
yeah. So victimhood, it used to be that you didn't want to become a victim, but now being the victim is cool. And that is a and that is a mindset. Yeah, yeah. Because you can imagine you can if you go out just to have fun and someone jumps you, then of course you're a victim. But these days everyone's a victim.
Don't stand on the corner and then stand there and wait to get robbed. That's not cool, guys. Not cool. I don't know why I went this route. Guys, victimhood.
Bring it
Let's
back.
bring it back to the victimhood. Let's keep it here. Keep it in the lane. Yeah, so guys, I think we can start, right, RJ?
Let's
Should
go.
we start?
We should.
Where do we begin?
So, as we said, we're going to talk about victimhood, and we're going to start with looking at a particular clip with Konstantin Kisin on the John Anderson being interviewed or talking about victimhood with John Anderson. What are you laughing at?
I don't
What's
know
going
why
on?
I don't know why you keep getting these difficult names, man. You're not good with
Konstantin is not really. Konstantin is easy, but Kisin, I
That's
don't
what I
know.
meant to say. That's what I meant to
Okay.
say. I mean,
Well, he's kissing his wife, but anyway. Shout out to Konstantin. Shout out to Konstantin.
Shout out.
Yeah, so he was talking on the John Anderson show or John Anderson YouTube clip about victimhood. Victimhood is dangerous. Would you say it's dangerous, RJ?
I think it is in the sense that um, if you think you're a victim, so if your story, so everyone has a story, right? So you have a story. Your story can be, hey, you're meant for greatness. Your story can be, hey, I can play the piano really well. I'm a good learner, and we tend to live our lives according to our stories. But if your story is negative, for example, if according to your story you're always the victim, you will always find yourself in a victim situation. So it would almost, so I would even say that subconsciously you will put yourself in situations where you can be the victim, even though you say you don't want to consciously, but you will put yourself in that situation so you can say, I'm a good guy. I do my best. I always treat people right, and people keep taking advantage of me.
It's the story you tell yourself, and there is a clip about it. Just looked it up before we go to the Konstantin's clip. I think this is a very interesting topic to talk about. Oh, I need to share it, of course. Can you guys hear it?
Number one thing
Can you hear it? Okay.
Yes.
So the question is, what is the number one thing holding people back?
that's holding most people back from reaching their full potential.
The story they sell themselves on. Everyone's got a story, and everyone wants to tell you their story of how bad they had it, how hard they had it. And the more times you tell yourself or others that story, the more you reinforce the fact that you're not meant to have happiness, success, abundance, great relationship, awesome health, abs, whatever. They don't realize that they still hold the pen. And there's thousands of empty pages still in that book that they can rewrite that story. But we have to let go of the pages that others have written in our book and realize we got this pen. And we can start writing how the story looks from this day forward. But what's stopping them is the work that they haven't done, the work of healing through their traumas, their insecurities, their limiting beliefs, the glass ceiling, the whatever the thing is.
What's it?
Guys, thank you. That's the end of the show. Bye bye. No, I mean it's a great. While you was talking about the story, that's the first thing that popped up into my mind, and I mean, yeah, it's the story that's holding you back a lot of times.
Definitely. Ya tú sabes.
Yeah,
I
so
think
why are you going to Spanish?
well, you didn't say you didn't say enemigo this time, right? At the
Not yet,
beginning of the show.
but
Not yet.
yeah,
Cool. But yeah, so it's the story. As I said, it's the story, and the story is very. So our mind is everything. Everything starts with our mind. If you think you're a victim, you'll never be a hero. A great book I read. I don't know if I have it with me. I don't have it with me on my bookshelf. I think it's on my bookshelf there actually.
guys,
The-
if you pay for the sponsorship, he will show that book in the future. So make sure you hit us up in the DMs in the Instagram, and your book will be shown during the show.
Bruh.
That is how
Well-
we do it over here. Right? That's how I give it up, bro. You're gonna get shown for free.
well, I can tell
Anyway,
you the title,
continue.
and you can look it up for free. It's the Art of War by Sun Tzu. And
Anyway, continue. Great book, by the way. I've read it 4 times or 5
Yeah.
times even.
I'm reading it the second time now.
Mm.
But one of the core, it's basically a book for philosophy. So let's say Chinese philosophy about war, and you can. It has a very good analogy with life and business. So it's just a very good book to read in general.
In general, yeah.
But one of the main lessons that stuck with me was first you win the warrior. The warrior first, so referring to a warrior, first you win the battle, then first you win the battle, then you go to war.
Mm-hmm.
So you win first in your mind, and then you fight. So if you're gonna fight and you already think that you're not gonna win, you're gonna lose. Similarly, if you think that you're a victim before stepping out the door, you'll never be. You'll never be not a victim. Just to put it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you're right about that. I mean it's a great book, and it has a lot of analogies you can use in both daily life, in war. It's very I mean it's a very good book to read. I would definitely recommend it to everyone who would want to learn a thing or two about life. But let's look how victimhood can influence your perception. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see what Konstantin has to say.
My wife sent me
Oh, of course, I need to share the clip. Let's go back.
this experiment. My wife sent me this experiment very literally a couple of days ago, where they did an experiment with a group of women, and they put scars on their faces, and they told these women that they're going into a job interview, and the purpose of the experiment is to find out whether people with facial disfigurements face discrimination. They showed them the scars in the mirror. The women saw themselves with these scars, and as they led them out of the room, they said, "We're just going to touch it up a little bit." And as they touched it up, they removed the scarring completely. So the women went into the job interview thinking that they are scarred, but actually being their normal selves. And the result of the experiment is that those women then came back reporting massively increased level of discrimination. Indeed, many of them came back with comments that the interviewer had made that they felt were referencing their facial disfigurements. And this is why I think this ideology of victimhood is so dangerous, because if you preach to people constantly that we're all oppressed, that we're all being discriminated against at different levels, that because I'm an immigrant, I'm automatically disadvantaged, that because I have dark skin, I'm automatically disadvantaged, then that primes people to look for that. And it's like, when you buy a new car, you see that car everywhere else as you drive around. It's that kind of effect, which is why this ideology of teaching people that they're victims is so incredibly damaging and so incredibly dangerous. We have to teach young people in particular that they're strong, that they're capable, that they're able to overcome adversity, not that they're victims. We know.
Yeah. Clear.
You can. I totally agree with him. One point I want to make. Will this make it easier for your kids if you raise them correctly to rise to the top? If they have a different mentality, it's a blue ocean. If everyone is thinking, has a victim mentality, and your kid doesn't have it, will it be easy for them to push through?
Yeah.
Think about it. I don't know.
And what I want to add to that is that having a victim mentality or not having a victim mentality doesn't take away, doesn't prevent anybody, no matter which, no matter color, race, or creed, from being in a situation where they are treated in a way that is not fair. But with the correct mindset, you won't let that get you down. So I would say this. And I'll use an analogy of a basketball game. Let's say you're playing a game against a team who you know is better than you. There may be, I remember when I was 15 years old, and before the tournament, we always had to play with a category above us just to train so the coach could see our skills and how we would do against the tough opponents. And you knew already, the difference between 15 and 17 is big, right? So they were older, they were bigger, they were stronger, they were faster. So you knew already that you would have a very difficult time. The mindset didn't change that fact. However, by approaching the situation in a way, let's say in an assertive way, knowing that, okay, no matter what the consequences will be, I will give it my all. I will stick to the game plan. I will do what I can do in my field of influence. I can get the best result. You might not get blown out. You could still win. I think one time he actually did win. Of course, you get that chance because there's the team wasn't ready. I think they went out the night before, something like that. So, but because we were fighting, we could win, or at least we had the fighting spirit. But if we entered the game with a victim mentality, oh, come on, what's the point? They're stronger, they're more experienced, they're taller, then we could have never won any game. So that's the whole point with the victimhood, so the victim mentality. The victim mentality doesn't take away the situations you're in, the challenges perhaps in the neighborhood where you live, but it does strengthen your mind and provides you with inner strength to push. And trust me, if you keep pushing and you're consistent, persistent, you keep learning, like Patrick Bet-David likes to say, see if I can remember, outwork, out-improve, out-strategize, outlast, you will definitely end up in a better place at the end of your life than where you started. But if you think you're a victim, you'll just drink beer and have 7 baby mamas.
That's a late bomb for you. I don't know who you're sending those to, but anyway, guys, victimhood is a very bad thing, like you said, and I do agree with you on that. It basically what you will do is you're rerouting your observations through a different a bad perception, like you said. In the case of you playing basketball, if you go to the you reroute it in your victimhood perception, you will say, yeah, why did they pair us with older guys? If you reroute it in a different perception, you can say, oh, I almost said that. Ooh, we are as good, or maybe almost as good as guys that are 2 years older than us, which strengthens your self-belief and also your ability to play better. So it depends on how you reroute this. I mean, I played sports and also at a very high level, and I never thought I was less than anyone.
No.
Even I would strike out 3 times. I still think I can hit the ball.
Almost had him.
Almost had him next time around. But anyway, victimhood is all over the place. And to talk about it, we are going to look at a video from Roland Martin, who visited the Valuetainment or the PBD Bet David podcast.
The head victimologist.
The head victim in charge. You know the head ninja in charge. He's the head victim in charge.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So he visited the show, and they had a good discussion about these topics. And we're going to look at a particular part of that interview or that discussion or the panel, how you want to call it, about the race relations in America.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look as Patrick asks Roland a question.
27 out of top 30 cities in American crime ran by Democrats. Why?
First, I will tell you.
Tell us.
First of all, it's where African Americans are living. So let's bring up Chicago in particular. What you have had in Chicago is you have had some of the greatest racial segregation, not in 20 years, not in 30 years, but literally in 100 plus years.
Led by Democrats.
No, hold on. Here's the deal, though. Okay, I will show you how Mississippi has the largest percentage of black people in America, run by Republicans, broke as hell. Explain that. Explain.
Already he rerouted that question. Yo, that was a smooth reroute. He started, the question was about, he started talking about Chicago, and some way he rerouted the question to Mississippi and Republicans.
Well, because Patrick asked, because for those who don't know, Roland Martin is definitely a Democrat, definitely without a doubt. He's very loyal to the party, and that opens you up for blind spot. Here at the Double Thought Show, we always say that you should always stay critical, even of the opinions and the thoughts that you are more, you feel more drawn to.
Yeah.
And the question was simple. If the Republicans are so bad and the Democrats are so good, how come that, I don't recall the exact questions, but how is it that the Democrat ran cities or areas show the most level of poverty?
27 out of top 30 cities in American crime ran by Democrats. Why?
First,
Why?
Why? That's just a question. Why? And then he goes to Chicago, then Mississippi, and the Chicago is very good. It's a good strategy because then the question is a general question, but then you take it to one example. And Chicago is perhaps one of the worst, at least, cities in America with regards to poverty and crime. And I think Mississippi is this poorest state, I believe. But he goes there and doesn't tackle the other cities or the other states. So it's you just use one example and generalize afterwards.
Let's see what else he has to say about this, because it's getting even better.
As hell. Explain that. Explain me the highest. Tell me when.
Look at Patrick's face.
Right.
Well, he's trying to figure out where is this going. I'm gonna go back. Let me see if I can make this bigger, guys. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Look at his face as he.
Hell. Explain that. Explain me the highest. Tell me when you have. No, hold on.
Where is this going?
No,
bro?
I'm not spinning.
No, don't change.
No. What I'm
Let's
showing
stay
you.
on topic.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Let's stay on topic.
We're
The
on
topic
topic.
is crime 27 out of 30, not economic. Economic is a different story.
No, it's not.
But I agree with you that we need to get the financial situation.
No. And you're making the
You
mistake.
went to Mississippi. No, you're making the
No.
mistake.
Here's the mistake you're making.
27 out of 30.
Here's the mistake you're making. When you say crime, I just obliterated a black conservative in my show on this whole issue. When you say crime,
He's trying already to pull rank on him.
Yeah. But that's what he does. He debates just to debate, right? So, and look how proud he was. Not that he was right, but that he obliterated a conservative on this show.
He's not saying maybe that conservative is an idiot. He doesn't know
Exactly.
stats, but you don't
Exactly.
know that. He says, "I deleted someone. He's done because of me."
Exactly.
Maybe someone who doesn't know any statistics. Sorry,
He doesn't even know what a Republican is.
he just found himself like a deer in the headlights. Okay, let's continue.
you have to then say, okay, what creates crime? No, what creates crime? What creates crime?
When people are not doing well financially,
What else?
your surrounding and environment, who you're around.
No, what else?
Pick up habits,
What else?
bad policies.
No. What else? See,
What would you say, RJ? What would you say are things that create poverty?
It's a very broad question, right?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
It's a very broad.
And this
Yeah.
is how can you? I mean, it is a. You're gonna by asking that question. He's basically putting you into a spotlight.
Yeah, where
Oh.
I have
It's a very smart question. If you want to put something on the
as
spot,
a manipulative
Yeah.
manipulative tactic is a good it's a good move. Yeah.
that's what.
But let's see how Patrick.
Let's see how he tackles it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to answer it, by the way. It was just.
see, you're jumping to policies.
But it is bad policies. Wait a minute.
No.
If I lead a company,
No.
Roland,
The underpinning. Hold on, wait.
if I run
I'ma answer
if
your
I run
question.
if I run a company and I'm the CEO of the company,
Wait. Look how happy Roland is, man. He's so happy he has a debating partner. He has a debate partner.
He's very, his face. He knows that what is going on.
Yeah.
They both know what's going on.
Yeah.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh, this should be a meme, man.
He's
Guys,
happy.
take
He's
a picture, make a meme out of it. This is like the evil guy that's winning right now.
yeah. So,
Anyway, hey, this is a great. You gotta say, man, the guy he's very good at what he does. You can say a lot about him, whether you don't agree with him. You gotta give it up. He's very good at spinning.
yeah.
if
Your
I
question.
run a company,
Look
if
at
I
it, look at
run a
his face.
company and I'm the CEO of the company, if the company improves or doesn't improve is based on my policies. I'm the head running the company, the department. If it doesn't improve, it's because of me.
So let me.
What
so,
else would it
So
be?
let me lay it out to you again.
Go for it.
When you talk about what is the underpinning of crime, John Hope Bryant, founder of Operation Hope, this is what he said. He said, "Show me a community where you've seen a riot with a credit score of 700 or higher." The reality is, when you talk about crime in this country, you're talking about economics, you're talking about education, you're talking about housing, you're talking about health.
Mhm.
Show me areas where you do not have high crime. I'm going to show you areas that don't have the same, aren't as compacted. That's first. what you have is when you talk about crime in places, you then look at what are the numbers of people there, what are the pockets there, what are those communities, and how did those communities, how were they created literally not over 20, 30 years, but literally over 50, 75, 100 years. Now, that was Jim Crow.
How many years does it take to change?
What are you talking about?
How many years does it take
Yo.
to
Okay, you
That's a good question. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Patrick will. So it's a good
Roland.
question by Patrick now, because Patrick's whole point is that if 27 of the 30 poorest cities in the world are
America.
cities in America, cities in America are
Or maybe in the future in the world. Who knows?
It's in the world that you have a bigger problem. But if 27 of the 30 of the poorest cities in America are ran by Democrats for 60 years or something, 50 something or 60 years, and you'd say, yeah, because there's no housing, health, all you do the 4 things he mentioned, 4 or 5 things that Roland just
Education,
mentioned.
health, housing. I think there was 2 more.
2 more. So let's say 5 things.
Yeah.
In 60 years, 57 years, you should have put those 5 things in the city. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you are the one in charge, then you should have been able to do it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
If you had a plan.
Yeah.
If you had a plan.
If you had a plan.
If you had a plan, you should, of course, you work on everything step by step. Maybe education first, maybe housing first, but I would say over 60 years should have been better.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to hustling someone.
Yeah. Hustling.
you have when
Roland,
you have
how long does it
No,
take
no.
to create change?
when you first of all
That's the question.
you're talking about a black in America.
How long does
when
it take
you
to create
when
change?
you have had
Yeah.
okay, walk through
RJ, what's your name?
Well, if you look at it from the European point perspective, as it relates to Antarctica, then
Guys, this is chemistry right here. You already got what I was going to. He asked him a simple question. How many years does it take to change? He just
he just can't answer the. He just can't answer the question. Answer the damn question.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's continue.
through 243 years of slavery, 92 years of Jim Crow, and then you get to 1970 when you are technically fully free. You can't act like all of that before did not impact. The issues that you're having now have to do with not Democratic or Republican policies. It has to do with literally white supremacy and Jim Crow in America. We are still to act as if we are still not dealing with that. How did housing discrimination take place in this country? Do you know who created it? The Realtors. They apologized for it.
Why are you going away from the question?
No, because
Roland,
Hey, yo.
Yeah, the Realtors. I didn't expect that.
Hey, yo. He asked a simple question. Why are you going away from? We're talking about you're going. Oh, he's like 10 steps past the question. 10 subjects. He talked like about 10 different subjects within a 3 minutes, 4 minutes span, and he still hasn't answered.
Yo,
Roland, you should run for president, man.
yo. So the realtors. I knew that there was a. I know that you have various societies. You have secret societies that build.
I'm
So
gonna.
the analogies they use is for building, but apparently you have one for selling. They sell the house. The realtors. This is crazy, man.
Let's
The
see what he has.
realtors.
Let's see who is going to drag now. What is he going to say about the realtors?
Here's the deal, though. You don't want
What? Wait a minute.
to apologize for it.
Why are you
What?
going away from the question?
No, because
Roland,
here's the deal, though. You don't want to deal with what creates
brother, I don't.
crime areas.
You got to realize this. Listen,
I'm dealing with the real truth.
I'm
How they create it. What you're dealing with is, oh, there are democratic areas. What I'm dealing with
No.
is how do you deal with the
So-
historical reality of neighborhoods that simply can't be just, oh, we elected one person
Right.
and then it's going to change it.
Roland,
That's the
But it's not one person though. It's years.
60.
Yeah. It's not one person.
We're not talking about 4 years now.
And we're talking about a party.
Very interesting point. Let's see what else he has to say.
work that way.
Roland, I'm Middle Eastern. Okay, I was born in Iran. 10
Okay.
years. My mother's a communist. My dad's an imperialist. We
Okay.
escape. We go to Germany. I lived at a refugee camp for 2 years. Okay, with people who are Yugoslavian, Czech, Albanian at the time, and they're all leaving for a reason. I come to the States. Okay, I'm a welfare baby. I'm a food stamp baby.
Okay.
Just letting you know, my parents are divorced twice in 20 years. I'm going to Glendale High School. I have a lunch ticket I would sell because I don't have any money. I'm 6'1", 130 pounds. That should
Okay.
tell you the fact that we don't come from a lot of money. One day, I'm in the school, and my teacher starts talking about politics. Up until that point, when I think about politics, all I think about is divorce, because I think about my mom and dad arguing all the time. I don't have a lot of pain linked to politics at the time. And the teacher's obviously the teacher's going to be a Democrat because she's presenting how rich people are this rich. I'm like, okay, great, rich people are bad. So I
I
come
love it.
home
I obviously
13-1. That's the number. That's
dude.
the
I
stat.
had a whole lot of damn Republican teachers in my life.
Well, I like stats, and the stats are 13-1 is Democrats to Republican. You know the stats. So
Okay.
I come home and I say, Mom, are we Republicans or Democrats? And she said, we're Democrats. I said, tell me why. She says, because the Democrats are for the poor, Republicans are for the rich. So my mom says. You know what I told her? I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Republican. Not because
Yeah, that's the story, right?
That's a good question. Do you want to grow up to be?
A poor,
If your
the
mom,
poor.
well, he already showed kind of understanding of how the game goes. If your mom is telling you, you have to drive, the people who drive a car are the rich people, and the ones who are poor are the ones that walk.
Yeah.
Then the kid should actually say, well, Mom, I want to drive a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying that. That's a,
You know, sometimes
it's the story thing, dude.
it's a story thing. For example, I'll give you an example. It was very early on. It was before I became a lawyer, actually. It was before when I was studying. And I was thinking of a business plan. And I always thought, you know what, I want to get in the market because I don't recall what the product was exactly. But I do know that I said, yeah, no, I'm going to focus on distributing my product to the masses because everyone focuses on the rich people, but I'm going to sell it to the masses. And I was talking to a guy. He was he was young, but a couple of years older than I was. And he was like 5 years he He had his business for 5 years, and he said, I was telling him the story, and I was like, and this is a genius idea because everyone focuses on people with money, and I want to focus on the rest because there are so much more people out there. And he said, so you don't want to market to people with money? I said, no, I don't. He said, so you want to market to people with no money? And I was like, wow. And I realized at that point that that my business model was flawed. Because there you have the people, and we talked about it in one of the previous shows, some people with a bunch of likes on their social media posts.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they can convert those likes to sales. And it's sales that count. And who has the money? People with who can buy, people with money. So just to give an example of how you might want something, but if your mindset is not correct, you will cripple yourself in the process.
Yeah, and the mindset is a really important thing, because I think it's already I've read a couple of and it's I cannot find the specific article right now, but from an article I've read in the past is that immigrants, so black immigrants, do in general better than native blacks in America, which is kind of a thing, which is the story that's being told. The immigrants come there, their kids basically come with a different mindset, with a different perception. The story is different. We're here to succeed instead of we've endured. But the thing is this, the third and fourth generation, that's a really interesting thing. Once you get in the third and fourth generation of that same immigrant, they will assimilate.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I lived in Europe for a while, in the Netherlands, and I have never experienced discrimination or racism. I have experienced ignorance a lot. But I've experienced that from people of my own community as well. Because I have a lighter skin, some people have darker skin, and then you become, and it's a
Colorist.
skin. It's a colorist, and I'm like, okay, but if I'm not them and I'm not you, then F everybody.
Yeah.
F you all, man.
Were you getting advantages or disadvantages because of your color?
Well, both actually. It depended on the group. So, for example, I had a friend who his skin was darker than mine, and he, because you have like certain subcultures, right? With in high school, you have subculture. You have the rockers and the more urban and the et cetera, et cetera. So,
And
I was always in the urban. I was always into urban music, but the people that accepted me were, let's say, the rockers, right? The people who listen to rock music, that subculture. But I didn't feel at home there because I wasn't listening to rock at that particular point in time. I had a different reality. But the people that I wanted to belong, so the group that I wanted to belong to, didn't accept me.
Go where you're loved.
Yeah, but I mean, if I come, that's why I went home, because my mom always loves me, man. Guys.
That's why I'm still. Hey, where's my headline?
Your headline? Okay.
That's why I'm inverse balling from my mama's basement.
You changed it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It's been this is the second show. Inverse balling. That's what I do here.
Okay.
Guys, I'm still in my mama's basement, so in the future, when we get the collection played out, make sure, just like we said in the beginning of the show, who's the pastor? I'm not the pastor, but make sure you partake
I think we should.
Donations.
Yes, sir.
I really feel uncomfortable using the pastor analogy. Let's use anything else, man.
Let's use another one. Okay.
Homeless.
Let's use another one. Good. Oh, I don't know if homeless. I'm in my mama's basement, so I'm not homeless.
Well, you are correct. You need to watch out what jokes you tell because people will think it's true. I was gonna
Maybe
say,
it is true. Who knows?
you know what? You know what I was gonna say?
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, but you are a crackhead. But then I said,
Let's not take it that far. Guys, in the future, the trolls, if you guys put videos out about me being a crackhead, make sure you have litigation or lawyer by your side because you're gonna get sued. I'm gonna sue the brakes out of you.
yeah.
I'm a mama's basement.
Hey, by the way, guys, before we proceed, thanks to everyone who's watching this pre-recorded live show as well as those watching the rebroadcasts. Remember, guys, like the show. You rate it by pressing the like button. It really helps us with the algorithm. It helps push our videos longer. Guys, if you start watching a video as well, our attention span nowadays is very short. I think they say it's like 9 seconds or something. But we would really appreciate it if you take your time, watch the video, because we discuss very interesting topics. And of course, we understand that there are a lot of distraction nowadays, but we really appreciate it when you watch our clips. And please watch it, preferably till the end, but don't just click on it and then go out. Because it can really hurt the performance of our videos. Remember as well to follow us on our socials at Double Touch Show on both Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget either to share this video with your friends, with your family, but perhaps most importantly, share it with
Los enemigos.
the enemies. Yes. Let's proceed, KR.
I'm gonna include other languages as well. So guys, in the future, I have a list already, but I'm not gonna pull it out yet.
That thought just crossed my mind. Actually, I thought I actually thought that you were gonna say it in like German or a weird language.
I have Italian in my back pocket, but I'm not gonna pull it out yet.
Okay. KR, question. Should we watch this a little bit more, or should we skip to the next part?
Let's skip to the next part. I think we let me see the next part.
Depressed housing values and the reality. I'm trying to see you're living in a different reality.
What progress are you making by saying that?
Maybe that's the interesting part.
How many times has that happened? No, I believe it's happened, but how many times? What occasions has that happened? You'll take one story and say that.
Oh my God!
He's talking about the story here where the realtors have appraised the house of a black family or black families in general much lower than their let's say them white counterparts.
White neighbors, yeah.
On how many occasions has that happened?
Are you serious?
Do you think a message like
Okay, why don't you go ahead and Google? Why don't you go ahead and Google?
How many times has that happened? No, I believe it's happened, but how many times has that happened?
The New York Times literally just did a story talking about the systemic racism that exists within housing appraisals. This is a fundamental problem. I'm trying to see you're living in a different reality.
What progress are you making by saying that?
What progress?
So what you're doing?
I'm trying to end that. Okay. Do you know how inherent? Okay, hold on. You said you're Middle Eastern, right?
You're trying to.
Hold on. You said you're Middle Eastern, right?
I am, yes.
How would you feel? How would you feel?
Yes.
If you're selling your home, you've got a home that
right,
and you put upgrades in it, and your home is worth $500,000.
Yeah.
And somebody comes into your home, and they see your photos,
right,
and they see your family, and then they go back and they go $350,000. You go, What the hell?
So you
But
tell that story.
Wait, one
You
second,
tell
one
that
second,
story
one second.
to get people
What?
to be
No,
convinced
no,
that
no,
that's
no.
happening.
It's actually
Out of 1,000 appraisals,
Oh my God.
out of 1,000 appraisals, how many
What
times
are
does that
you
happen?
doing?
Out of 1,000
Pull the
appraisals, how
data
many times
up.
does that happen?
You want to pull that up?
Tell
you want
me.
him to pull that
That's
up?
your world, though. Out of 1,000 appraisals, how many times does that happen? Let's just say it happens.
It is a significant issue in America.
Oh
Yo.
my God.
And here we see we have the data conversation, right?
Data conversation.
Because some people think that if you pull data, if you show the numbers, then it's true.
But people say women lie, men lie. Numbers don't. Unless those numbers are put together by men or women.
Thought you were gonna say women only.
Nah, dude.
But
No,
I think
everyone can get it from my side. So
number, I agree. But the numbers don't lie. The interpretations do.
you can make a number say whatever you want it to.
Depending on what the parameters are. But that doesn't say anything about the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. If you just, let's say the numbers don't discriminate. They don't see color. But it
That
depends
is
on what the
true.
parameters you use. So it's the people who's putting the investigation together, who's defining the
Breaking down the
parameters,
data.
what will be investigated and what will not be investigated. Those are the people who can influence the numbers, but the numbers are innocent. They don't, I mean, they just do what you tell them to do.
Yeah. You play with a knob, left and right. And then before you know it, you have the results you want to share with people that basically aligns with your talking points.
Yep.
Let's see what else. This is it's getting heated, guys.
Wait,
So-
wait,
so
wait, one second.
yeah,
And
there's a
then when
big difference.
the woman, a black person
Yeah.
should not have to remove their photos from the wall and remove black art and remove black books to have a white appraiser then come in and go, oh,
If you're RJ, I'm going the hypothetical route. If a white appraisal comes in your house and appraises your what you know is at least 500,000. Your neighbor sold their house for 500. This dude comes in a year later, tells you it's 350. What are you going to do?
Well, doesn't matter if he's white or black or purple or blue or yellow. I'm just gonna get another one. I'm not gonna accept it.
I mean, life is very simple, guys.
Not rocket science.
Life is
No.
life is very simple.
If I get a car, I'm gonna sell a car. I know my car is worth 10 grand, and you come, you say you want to buy my car. You come and offer me 6 grand, or someone says, oh, 6 grand. It's worth 6 grand. I'm just gonna say no. I know it's worth 10, so I'm not gonna sell it to you. Or if I'm appraising, I'm just saying no. I'm gonna look for someone else to appraise it.
Guys,
And even if the appraisal says 6, I'm gonna sell it for 10.
guys, we just did a show about Jay-Z. We just did a show about
Yo.
Jay-Z
True.
where Bacardi told him your share is worth 500 not even 500, 460.
Yeah.
He turned around and tell him to SMD, New York style. SMD
For $5.
for free. You gotta get this one for free. He sent him, he called his lawyer and told him, SMD, we're going to court. And what happened after? Not saying you guys should go to court.
Nor is he saying you guys should go to the alley. All he's saying is
Just tell him, take a hike.
take a hike. It's not gonna happen. If you know it's
Man.
worth, you're not.
Man.
It's just
Stop with this fuck. Oh, sorry, Jesus.
But that's you almost left.
This
You almost
victim-
Stop with this fun.
pathetic,
Stop with this fun thing, man.
Yeah, man. This is too much fun, man. Jesus.
The funnery is too much.
Yeah.
But you know, and that's where it boils down to. If you already have the victim mentality, I mean, not to say that people aren't ignorant, not to say that people might not have bad intentions towards you, because that can always be the case. But it's up to you. It's our own responsibility to say, hey, to do first and foremost, to do our research beforehand. If you know your neighbor sold it for $500K, you're not going to sell your house for $350K. You're just not gonna do it unless it's of course, burned down house or something. But if it's more or less the same house, you're just not gonna do it. And even if someone appraises it at 350, I'm still gonna sell it at 500 because I know that's what it's worth. So it's just that simple, guys.
Let's continue, man. This is crazy, yo. Can't believe people live like this.
It's actually 550.
So-
one second, because I'm gonna show you how it impacts
Here we go.
generationally.
Here we go.
So when you
Yo, look at his face.
Here
Boy,
comes the BS.
Here we go. Here we
Here comes
go.
the BS. Yeah.
Let's see again. What? Man, can't believe people live like. I'll be honest, man.
one second, because I'm gonna show you how it impacts
Here we go.
generationally.
Here we go.
So when you follow me here, because this is how
Hey, shout out to
I'm with you.
Patrick, man.
I'm with
when you then
I'm with
get that
you, bro.
low appraisal, you then
Right.
cannot sell your house for the higher value,
Okay.
which then means you are not then taking those proceeds and being able to invest, being able to send your kids to school. And what I'm trying to explain to you is there is a world out here that for some reason you're like living in Unity world that ain't the real America.
Brother.
You could look at what he said, and that's why it's dangerous. He said you can sell it higher because they appraise it lower. You can always sell it higher because it's you decide the price. That's how the market works.
The thing is that this is what Roland is. Like I said, he's very good at what he does. His logic works if you accept what is being appraised.
If you his logic work if you accept his parameters.
Yes, if you agree on what the appraisal is of your house and you sell it, you will not have enough money to continue building your wealth. That is true. Inverse is also true.
Yeah.
Why would you sell it
Yeah.
if you know that's the result? Shout out to Martin, though. He's good at what he does. I'll keep saying that.
Race.
Spinning.
What did they call him? A race.
I got baits.
Race hustler, race baiter. Yeah.
You
And
have
I'm
the
trying
wrong
to
guy.
get rid of that stuff.
You have the wrong guy here. You have the
I'm
wrong
trying to
guy.
get rid of.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You got the wrong guy.
You
And
have
I'm
the
trying
wrong
to
guy.
get rid of that stuff.
You have the wrong guy here.
Hey, I'm gonna cut this one out. Use this one for now. You got the wrong guy over here.
You have the
I'm
wrong
trying to
guy.
get rid of it.
Okay, good for you. Me and
And
I
that
am-
one too. That one too. That one too. Both of them.
Let me ask
Both of them.
What do you do if they praise your house $350,000 less? Right? That's your question. Okay. I don't see myself as a victim. I stopped looking at myself as a victim a long time ago. And by the way, being Armenian and Assyrian, you know what a lot of people in the Armenian community do? You know what a lot of people in the Armenian community do? They sell victimhood mentality. I'm raised with that, which is the statement of mechka. I know you don't know what the word mechka means. Mechka means, oh, poor Roland. Oh, poor PBD. I don't see myself as a victim. And the other part is when you use one story as an example to divide and get people even angrier because out of 1,000 appraisals, this happened one time, I don't think you're unifying when you say a statement like that to say, hey, this is what's taking place all the time. But
Even if it happens 1,000 times out of 1,000,000 appraisals, still,
Yeah. And you can still say no. Someone told me this a couple of years back, and it stuck to me. It stuck with me. People don't mislead you. You let people mislead you. People don't lie to you. You let people lie to you.
Yeah.
You decide. I mean, hey, word. Like again, let's go back to the Jay-Z story we covered in the last show. Oh, word. You think you think 50% of the company is worth 460 million? Word? Huh. Okay. Well, I believe it's worth 3 billion. So the total value. So I should get 1.5 billion actually. Oh, it's not the case? Oh, you persist? Word? Well, we're gonna go to court. We're gonna find out.
And guess what? And guess what happened, guys? In court,
Ice Cube.
purely Ice Cube. That was an Ice Cube moment. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay-Z. But yeah,
Now that's what we call an East Coast West Coast connection.
yo, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Oh, let's continue, man. That's a
You
very
see,
good
guys.
one.
You see.
Yo.
The group they wanted, the group they wanted to push me into in high school, the rocker groups. I didn't belong there, man. I belong with the urban crowd, man. Even though they didn't think so, but okay.
Guys, click on subscribe. Join the community, because you can always say, I was here when I heard that East Coast, West Coast analogy, RJ, in 5 years when we have 2 million viewers. Then we can say, shout out to you, man. You watched from the beginning. You're a day one.
Day one, yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's continue.
Going back to it. So you left because you wanted better economic situation for yourself.
Listen to what you just said. Again,
I'm having a hard time listening to what you just said when you're saying
it's so funny.
Yo,
Bruh.
Wow, dude. Yo, dude, what the? Listen what you just said. No, listen to what you just said. My brain is exploding over you, man. What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Can't believe this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Fundamentally flawed, because when you say, "Oh my God," you see yourself as a victim.
You do.
No.
You're selling it as a victim.
No, I'm not. What I'm selling is a reality. What I'm selling is when this is.
What you're selling is a perception, dude.
But what we can agree, and he confirmed that he is selling. He is selling, guys.
Yeah, yo, in life, what I think I said this in the past in the previous show. Either you're buying or you're selling. He just said he's selling you something.
You're buying it.
Well,
or are you buying it?
Are you buying? Yeah. Do you want to buy it? Is it appraised right? Or is it on the low for sale? Let's continue, guys.
Let's go.
This is again, since you didn't, I guess you couldn't pull it up. Okay.
Oh, he did pull it
Okay,
up
the
for you.
Biden administration, the Federal Housing and Finance Agency, released 47 million appraisal reports to the public for the first time. The appraisals, which were compiled between 2013 and 2021, present evidence of a persistent, widespread practice in the home appraisal industry to give higher values to homes when the occupants are white and devalue them if the owners are people of color.
That's such bullshit. That's
my
such
God.
bullshit. You know why?
Hold up. Wait,
Let me tell you why that's such bullshit.
They actually took the reports and showed the data, and now
Yeah.
you call it bullshit.
Of course I call it bullshit.
So wait a minute. So you asked for the data and the facts.
No.
And now you give your opinion
First of all,
because you don't like
stop,
the facts.
bro.
Come on,
Do
man.
you run a company?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so when you run a company, how much shit can I find in the OPEX? How much
In the what?
With OPEX.
I thought this part was genius. He doesn't know what OPEX is. OPEX or OPEX.
But that's not a surprise because he's not I think he has
he's
his
not a-
business, but he's not a
not a
businessman like
business guy.
Patrick is. So
But yeah, I thought it was what? What is OPEX? OPEX?
yeah, but let's continue.
When I go into my balance sheet and I look at my expenses, my monthly expenses, what I'm paying for,
Yeah.
rent, employees, benefits, workers' comp, I can give a number and say, we lost $280,000 this year. And it's like, oh my God, we lost $280,000. And then I open up the balance sheet and then boom, I'll see you're moving your face like you don't know what I'm talking about.
First of all, no,
When I see a data like this, tell me the whole story.
He said, because Roland was shaking his head in disapproval, and he said, he didn't say you're shaking your head like you're disapproving. Patrick said, you're shaking your head like you don't know what I'm talking about. See what he did there? You went for the coffee. You see?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what he
Guys,
said.
Guys, for you to understand, CAPEX is capital expenditure, OPEX is operation expenditure. What you say, let's say, for example, just a quick example. If you buy a computer for your business, that's CAPEX. If you buy a subscription in order to work with that computer, for example, a Office 360 subscription, in order for you to do your business, that's OPEX. So it's real quick. Let me flex a little bit on you. Let's continue.
To jump to conclusion with something like this without seeing the entire story is ludicrous to make a comment like that. But
analyzing the millions of appraisals by using census
break it
tracts
down for
as
me.
a proxy for neighborhoods and comparing communities with nearly identical housing stock.
Yeah.
Two researchers found that the results showed a clear.
Wait a second. What did he say there?
Rewind it.
Communities. Let me go back because this is.
By using census
Break it
tracts
down for
as
me.
a proxy for neighborhoods and comparing communities with nearly identical housing.
So it's not the same communities.
Comparing
It's
communities.
comparing. So they're oh man.
Yeah.
I thought so. This is the data stuff we're talking about here. If
You
it
thought-
was a neighbor, then I would
Yeah.
say, okay, this is wrong. But
Yeah.
this is comparing communities that look alike, but maybe not or maybe not be totally alike.
Exactly. It depends what information you put in. So you can choose the information that you choose. I mean, if you don't use the no, I don't want to use. I don't want to make a distinction between the correct or incorrect, but I want to say if you use the outcome of your research is dependent on the variables you choose and the parameters you set.
Yeah.
And the way he presented, so the way Roland presented the story or the situation, it seemed as though it was same houses and in the same community
Next to each other.
and that the realtor would come to the white owner's house and appraise it for 500K, for example, and then go to the neighbor and appraise that house for 350. But that's not the case. He's talking about comparing different communities, and so you should ask yourself, what are the variables? And that's why Patrick is saying, okay, then show me exactly what you're talking about, because the conclusion you have drawn and the conclusion of the New York Times, I challenge it. Don't accept
As
it.
you
willingly.
should, as you should, because if you think about it, guys. Patrick saw this coming. Huh? So did we. The parameters, what you talked about, RJ, that's the important thing. If they use parameters in data, or at least how they explain data, interpret data, is very important. They're not talking about, I mean, very disingenuous this way of using data.
Yeah.
And telling people telling people their story, confirming the people their story, reinforcing that story. Let's take a look at defunding the police, because that's something they also talked about.
Always a good story.
Well, we had a couple of clips about defunding the police, guys. Let me pull them up. We had a couple of
Shameless plug.
shameless plug. We have a full live about defunding the police. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yes, here it is. We have a couple of clips, and there are a couple of clips that go with this live, but we have a live where we basically talk about the BLM asking the wrong question and having an even worse answer. And the answer they have is, RJ,
Defund the police.
yeah, doesn't make any sense. And we give a couple of interesting, we have a quite interesting, part into that, where you see a defunding the police, where he supporter basically saying, defund it for you guys, but not for me.
Yeah.
But let's continue with defunding the police and see what Roland has to say about that.
I just emailed you. I just texted to you. Because
You can holler, but Democrats defund the police when it shows.
Oh.
They've actually increased the
show
funding.
the video.
They've increased the
You
funding.
asked for it.
Yeah.
You asked for it. Show the video.
So
That's what. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now-
Continue.
should I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so this part is because again, Roland is very, I believe, disingenuous in the sense that it's not a secret that the Democrats were the ones that were championing the defund the police, and the defund the police, and he said no, but that's not the case. That were activists were chanting that, but not Democrats.
He even said activists that are not linked to the Democrats.
That's what he said. And so Patrick is like, okay, then I'm gonna come with the proof. Let's go.
Let's go.
Deal now.
Show the video. I just emailed you. I just texted to you.
Okay, who we got? Don Lemon, Charles Barkley. Who we got?
Democrats haven't said defund the police at all, because they would never
didn't say that.
No, you said Democrats haven't said it. Activists said that. Your word.
No.
Let me go back a little bit.
To be fair, yeah.
Major increase in funding of police.
Democrats.
No, change, because what I want
You've
is
had it. You've had 53 years in the state.
No. I answer the question.
What did you say?
I said to you,
Yeah.
you show me high crime areas. I am explaining you how they're high crime areas. And what I'm saying,
None of it has to do with their policies.
what?
Look at his face.
What?
High crime cities in America. None of it has to do with Democrats running.
And you
those
can't even
cities.
name the policy. What policy? Give me 3 Democratic policies.
The point is, you can't name the policy.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
your world.
It's
Like, if I'm in,
Did you say something?
No.
Oh, I had. Oh my God. Oh my
It
God.
was the other.
The other guy, yeah.
if I'm in the business world
Right here.
and you ask me a question,
Pat, ending cash bail, defunding the police, which is in our faces, refusing to prosecute categories of crimes, letting thousands of convicted felons out on prison release,
So
cutting the
that-
prison population.
So that right there, that's the
No.
reason for high crime in the last 20 years.
No, I'm just saying that's the article from what was that from New York
you
Times?
still
that's saying,
haven't answered.
No. I'm actually answering.
Yeah.
And here's the whole deal. First of all, when you talk about the issue of ending cash bail, that's actually only been very recent. 2, ain't no defund the police. The reality is you have seen a major increase in funding of police.
Democrats
no,
defund the police 2 years ago for an
That's a
entire
flat-
year.
That's a flat out lie. There were
You can
individuals.
say that with a straight look
I
on
can
your
tell
face.
you right now, I have
my
actually
God.
talked directly.
So who came up with defund the police?
Who came up with
Yeah.
it? Activists did.
Right.
Activists
And activists
did.
were Republicans or Democrats?
They were activists. First of all, they hate both parties. You don't even
That's
talk to him.
But
I do.
But the Democrats in
Cap.
Congress were repeating.
Cap.
I smell cap. Stop the cap.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
AOC and them are all
Stop. AOC, who else? You said the Democrats in Congress. How many Democrats in Congress oppose defund? Video now.
Show the video I just emailed you. I just texted to you.
Let's go back to the video.
Don Lemon, Charles Barkley. Who we got?
Democrats haven't said defund the police.
Charles.
They would
I
never
didn't say that.
No, you said Democrats haven't said it. Activists said that. Your word.
No. You said who created the phrase. I said
That's
Was that
true.
the question?
Yeah. No. So here Roland is right actually, because he didn't say. Patrick asked who created the term, and he said activists did. And now Patrick formulated the sentence. I think Patrick said Patrick said
Who said?
who said. Yeah, I think so. That's a different question. And Roland is right.
Activists said that. Haven't said defund the police at all, because they would never
didn't say that.
No, you said Democrats haven't said it. Activists said that. Your word.
no. You said who created the phrase.
Yeah.
I said it was
Who
activists
supported
that created the phrase.
who came up with the concept of defunding the police?
Activists did.
And then which credible Democrats have
There
defunded the
were
police?
there were some Democrats.
No, not some.
Not-
These are some heavy duty ones.
No.
Make
Hold
it
up.
bigger.
No.
Make it bigger.
There were when Democrats controlled Congress. How many votes they had?
Here you go. Let's
When,
just press
when
pause.
Demo- when Democrats controlled Congress, how many
you
votes
like
did they
Nancy
have?
Pelosi?
When Democrats controlled Congress, how many votes did they have? How many votes did they have?
What's your point?
The point
Pause
is
it,
here.
Pause it so we can.
Yo, you see how fast he moved that goalpost?
Yeah.
He's not
Fast.
walking into that landmine.
Fast and far.
Yo,
Yeah. But it's also, look at how nervous he gets when Patrick goes to them, because Patrick's so confident in the video. He's like, look at it again. Let's replay it again, because he doesn't want him to go to the video. That's also.
let's go. Let's see.
I didn't say that.
No, you said Democrats haven't said it. Activists said that. Your word.
No. You said who created the phrase. I said it was
Who
activists
supported
that created the phrase.
who came up with the concept of defunding the police?
Activists did.
And then which credible Democrats have
There
defunded the police?
were some Democrats.
No, not some.
Not-
These are some heavy duty ones.
No.
Make
Hold
it
up.
bigger.
No.
Make it bigger.
When Democrats controlled Congress, how many votes they had?
Here you go. Let's
When,
just press
when
pause.
Demo- when Democrats controlled Congress, how many
you
votes
like
did they
Nancy
have?
Pelosi?
When Democrats controlled Congress, how many votes did they have?
Look at him.
How many votes did they have?
What's your point?
The point
Pause
is
it.
here.
Pause it so we can start from the
Did,
beginning.
did
Yeah.
223 Democrats vote to defund the police?
He started talking about something totally different.
Yeah. And he didn't, he could have just wait until the video stopped.
He kept
So
going.
but he knew that what he was talking is trash.
Oh man. That's why I said. I mean, Roland is good at what he does.
He's good. Yeah.
He's good at what he does.
Give credit where credit is due.
Amen. Someone is a seller. I'm not the buyer though.
Not the point.
Press
No.
play.
Answer
stop,
the question.
stop. I
Yes
want
or
you to
no?
see this. I want you-
He's still trying to stop. Stop the count. Stop the count, guys. Stop the count.
Wow, dude.
Bruh.
He's trying to stop the count right here.
Yeah,
You're
it's
asking, I'm
crazy.
showing you data because you asked for this.
No, you're
Press play.
showing me some
just press
Democrat
play.
who spoke on
No, not
defund the
some.
police.
The most credible
mental
ones.
health issues or policing in schools and all.
First, it wasn't no Democrats. Then
Yeah.
it was some. Let's see what is next.
Rest that perhaps we can shuffle some of that money around.
Suck it up. Defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund
One.
the police.
Mayor Eric Garcetti saying, take some of the money from policing, about $150 million.
I applaud Eric Garcetti for doing what he's done.
Not only do we need to
No.
That's two.
That's two.
but we need to
No, that's only two.
completely dismantle the
This-
Minneapolis
that's only
Police
two.
Department.
That's just
Dismantling. That's not even-
That's not even defunding. Dismantle. No police.
Yeah.
This is crazy. But he Kamala, did he count Kamala as two?
Well, let's just continue and we'll see why he's not counting it.
Yes, defund your
Same
butt.
person.
Defund you.
Yes, I support the reallocation of resources.
3.
No,
from
that's not defund.
NYPD.
We
No,
will
take
be
him-
moving
reallocating
funds
money
from the
from the
No,
NYPD
because I'm
to
about to check
youth
you.
initiatives and
It's
social
2.
services.
They are talking
That's
about
5 now.
reducing
No, it's not.
the allocation of resources to that
You're
department. And I think
defunding
every
them.
You're
single
wrong.
How's that
city
wrong?
in this
You're
country ought to be
wrong.
I
thinking
want you to
about the
explain
same
that to
thing.
me.
Yes, I support the
I will
defund.
agree.
They shouldn't talk, man. I want to hear who they're saying. Jeez. Anyway, let's continue. Let's keep counting because he kept counting at 3, right?
Yeah, but I'm at 6.
His count is at 3. He stopped the count, literally.
Stop the count.
That's the
What's
keep
gonna
going.
keep
Three.
going?
Now, let me explain.
I think in general, a lot of people are like Donald. They stop the count at certain
stop
point
it.
when they're starting to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
When
Okay, I get your point.
Yes.
No, I mean that's how they stop it, right? Okay, I get your point.
Let's see.
I don't understand. What happened. Every time I go,
But at least
she broke my heart. Yeah, but this is like the 6th one. You always do the same thing. No, I don't. Yeah, you did it with A and B. Yeah, you're right. And C and yeah, okay. And E. Yeah, okay. I get it.
stop victim shaming.
Stop the count.
Stop the count. Stop victim shaming me.
Oh my god.
How many more you want me to play?
No. So let me explain.
That's 5.
No, it's 3.
No,
That's 5.
no, you turned
So
your
yeah,
head
I mean, the
towards
spirit of it.
So pause
only
it.
3.
Pause it.
Roland, it
By
kept
the way,
going. It
would
kept
you?
going.
Okay, hold
If
up,
you-
right there.
And here's a great spin he's gonna do. This guy, oh man, I have to say, man, like I said, I keep saying this. He's good at what he does because he stopped the count and he started to count something else.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's going to count now.
What
would
does
you-
reallocate mean?
Would you like me to
Taking money
continue
away.
this?
No, it's no.
Reallocating is
Don't
taking
spin
money
again.
No,
away.
you're wrong. You're wrong. Do you understand? Do you understand that in a significant number of cities in this country,
Right.
where you have policing who do everything, okay? You have in some cities where the police are handing out parking tickets, where the police are doing duties that had nothing to do with the streets. When you say reallocate, what that says is, okay, why should we have police handing out parking tickets? Why don't we have them doing the major function of fighting crime? Why don't we actually have this unit that handles that? That's called reallocation. When you talk about the issue of
But if reallocating means you're taking money away from the police and giving it somewhere else, you are defunding the police. And you are funding on something else.
Or maybe defunding the police is a fluid term.
Maybe.
Maybe it doesn't have a specific definition. It changes per person.
Yeah, defunding means whatever you want it to mean.
But the thing is this, and I think this is the problem a lot of times. People who know how to debate, he shifts the whole. He's not even addressing what the video is about because he counted. You can count about 5 or 6. People saying even dismantling.
Yeah. And that's like 1 minute in, 1 minute and 1 minute 30 seconds
Of
in.
the 7, I think, right? Something like that.
Of the 7, yeah.
So, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
of mental illness.
You're spinning,
No,
Roland.
I'm not. I'm stating
You're
facts.
spinning.
First of all, it makes both of you a question. Have either one of you actually covered City Hall before?
No.
Don't.
Yo,
He's pulling rank.
He's pulling
again.
rank. Yeah.
He's pulling rank again.
Yeah.
This is like oh man, I hate when people do this in debates.
Yeah.
I really hate this.
Yeah.
Like, what are we? You're not discussing what it's about. You're trying to pull rank on me right now.
Yeah. And because we can continue watching it, but I think we get the point. At the end of the day, you have the victimhood mentality, which is what we started out with.
Yeah.
And you have the ownership mentality. And if you look at the two groups, or to the two people, Patrick Bet-David on the one hand and Roland Martin on the other hand, you see Patrick Bet-David Pat David is all about ownership. I came from poverty. I came from nothing. I worked myself up to becoming the multi-million dollar man that I am today. And you have Roland Martin, who is a victimologist, race baiter, who basically blames everything on everyone else. And the difference is, if you look at the approach, Patrick Bet-David is focused on solutions, results is a better word, while Roland Martin is only talking about the problem. He has general solutions, but when Patrick asks, what did you, so the Democrats have ruled, have governed 27 of the 30 poorest cities in the United States for approximately 53 years. But still, these cities are amongst the poorest. So how can that be? He couldn't give a straight answer. And that's why I love ownership, guys. And KR as well. And this channel is all about ownership, because that debate, a person like that will keep complaining for the rest of his life, because he's not solution based. He's not problem solving. He doesn't have a problem solving mindset. And I don't like that. I mean, there's a place for everyone. He has a place, definitely. But that's not what we are about here on the Double Touch show channel, guys. Here we're about accountability, ownership, and growing as a person, progress as a person. Because if you want real progress, can you imagine if every people in your community is self-sufficient, can take care of him or herself, can take care of his or her family, and you have a multitude of group and you group together, you can influence a lot of things. While if you're just alone complaining that everything, the world isn't fair and everything around you is bad, I respect your thoughts and opinions, but we have nothing to talk about, because I want to work with people who want to grow and make something out of their lives, despite the circumstances, despite the challenges.
Perfect.
Guys, thank you for watching so far. If you are following this show, the live show, please press on the like button. If you're watching the rebroadcast, press on the like button as well. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you don't know where the subscribe button is, I'm going to help you. Look down on the right side and press on it with the bell, so you get the notifications. We post, as you can see on our banner at our channel, we post 2 times a week for now. 2 times a week, live streams, show streams. That's what we call them, show streams, and also on a daily clips. We have daily clips of our show. So tune in and share your thoughts. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Share your thoughts. What did you say?
Yeah, KR, I don't know about you, but I think we can
wrap it up.
Yes. So,
do you have a recap?
Yes. You're going to close it first? Or
Of course I need to close it. Look, and you said it. I'm falling asleep behind the wheel. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, guys, as KR already said, remember to like, follow, support us on our channels, subscribe as well on our socials at Double Thought Show on both Instagram and Facebook. And remember to share the video with friends, family, but of course,
the enemies.
the enemies, guys. Just to give
Before you continue, guys, let us know what you think about this subject. If you disagree with us, please hammer on your points. I mean, we have a open platform. This is what Double Thought Show is about. That's the only thing I wanted to say before you recap. If you guys disagree with the recap, let us know.
Yeah.
And also, if you're a troll, troll us in the.
Troll us, it's help us with the algorithms, the bots
Please.
as well.
Continue, RJ.
Yeah, so just to give a quick recap, we checked out the clip of an interview done on the PBD podcast between Patrick Bet-David and Roland Martin. Roland Martin, they talked a little bit about poverty problems and race problems in America. And we just saw, basically, it was a very entertainment video. It's very interesting to see these two debating, but at the same time, you can see that Roland Martin is an amazing debater in the sense that he applies his tactics very well. He deflects very well. He asks questions. He's like Jesus. He answers your questions with a question. So he might be divine, but
did Jesus do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't he?
I'm not sure, but maybe he did.
See what I did there? So
you already put me in. I'm already doubting myself out here. That's a good one.
Is it?
Not gonna bait me twice back to back. Who do you think I am, bro?
Yeah, but and we saw that he couldn't answer it. And the main question we asked, or at least Patrick Bet-David asked Roland, was if the Democrats are so good and 27 of the 30 poorest cities in the United States have been run by Democrats for the last 53 years, then what is the explanation? How can that be? And where is the accountability of the Democratic Party? And Roland didn't have a straight answer. And he keeps on saying, yeah, I answered the question, but he doesn't really answer the question. He deflects, he asks questions back. He just goes back to the problem. And that's what he is, or at least to me, I consider him a race baiter. And a victimologist. He just talks about being the victim and everything. And of course, it will resonate with people who have a victim mindset. But guys, the victim mentality will not help any of us. We need to have a accountability mentality, a ownership mentality, a responsibility mentality. That's why I truly believe in waking up every day with a mindset of becoming a better person. Live purposely, deliberately. And in 50 years, you will see a big difference. If you just compare it with someone who complains all the time, trust me, because I'm realizing it in my own life. And I'm still young, but I can see clear difference. When people say, oh man, I wish, literally, this is what someone posted. I wish I can have a rich friend that can retire me and pay me $3,000 every month for the rest of my life. Or I wish I can win the lottery. I wish I can get $1 million by winning the lottery. And I'm like, first of all, your dreams are low. Second of all,
yeah, man, aim for $1 million. And $1 million is he'll run through that like it's like it's not tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's just the reality, right? The reality, and I find the difference. The gap is getting bigger by the year.
The gap of mentality, or
the mentality gap, because they stay in the same place. With a victim mentality, you stay in the same place. The problem is always outside of you. It's always the other person. It's always your boss. It's always your mother. It's always your father, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. It's always other person. The other person. It's never you. Whereas if you take responsibility, it's harder sometimes, because you need to confront yourself. You need to be honest, brutally honest with yourself. You need to. You can't hide your weakness. You can't blame anybody but yourself. But the reward is shown in the growth, and the growth is beautiful, guys. So That's why we just showed this clip, not necessarily to go and discuss what the social issues are, because I believe, and I think KR would agree, that the situation, the problems, socioeconomic problems are very complicated problems. It's not a black or white thing, neither literally, like as in skin color, nor metaphorically or figuratively. It's just very complex issues that require complex solutions. But we just wanted to highlight the way the let's say some highlights and interesting takeaways from the debate between Patrick Bet David and Roland Martin. KR, did I forget anything?
No, I mean, the majority of the show we talked about. We looked at the debate between Roland Martin and Patrick Bet David, but we also started, of course, the show with Konstantin. Don't forget that part.
Yeah,
explaining a key test they did, or research they did about
an
experiment about people's psychology of victimology, and how it influences their perception of others when they are talking to them. So guys, keep this in mind if you're raising your kids or even yourself, handling your thoughts or dealing with your thoughts. Keep that in mind, that this way of thinking might influence how you see the it will influence how you see the world and also how you see progress.
Definitely. And just to give, maybe it's good to give just a quick recap about that, because the experiment was I think they marked the girls with scars. With scars and on their face, and let them see themselves in the mirror with the scars. And before they had a job interview, they basically put makeup. Yeah, they removed it, but the girls were still under the impression, or they still thought that they had the scars. So when they came back from the interview, they thought they were discriminated against due to the scars, but there weren't any scars. It was just their perception. It was basically confirmation bias. If you think you're a victim, you will go look for situations so you can say, aha, I am a victim. You see, aha, they do treat me unfair. You see?
Maybe that's another topic for another show.
Definitely.
Are these types of movies that are being released every year, are this the scar for the black community? Who knows?
That's a good one. That's a very good one. All right. Guys, with that being said, thanks for everyone who's watching this pre-recorded live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. Whatever your thoughts are, guys, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to rate the show by pressing the like button. It really helps us with the algorithm. Remember as well, guys, if you click on our clips throughout the week, please watch it through. Don't get distracted. The longer you watch it, the better it is for the algorithms. If you click in and click out, then it damages our ratings. So please, if you're gonna watch a show, we're not saying so preferably we would want you to watch the full clip, of course, but at least watch 2 minutes. Sometimes as well, we use in the clips we have now, we have always the
preview.
The preview at the beginning, but then the show as well, we get to it. And in the show, there are in our clips various clips that we can use for previews, because we often make jokes and make good points as well. But you need to watch it, so I would say just relax when you click open a video, chill, enjoy the infotainment. Remember to follow us on our socials.
Infotainment.
Why are you saying it? If you would have enjoy and then let it breathe, and now I would press, because already I'm on the right panel, man.
I didn't know if I could trust you with it, and I didn't want to risk it.
Well, I have something in stores for you. Continue. You hear what I have.
Guys, remember to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Double Thought Show. And last but certainly not least, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the video with your friends, with your family, and share it, of course, with
the vijand. That's enemy in Dutch.
In Dutch.
Next time around, something else.
Yes. And as KR always says at the end of the show,
But I can only show you the door.
And that door is.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I told you I had one in. I had it ready. I had it ready. You didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see it coming. Shout out to Senile Biden, man. Guys, thanks again for watching the show. Remember to like, rate the show, subscribe. But most importantly, guys, before we go, as we always say, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section. We will see each other in the next show. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.